my experience in the whole process was extremely positive. The international patient program is fantastic. I have no regrets about my decision. The quality of care is extremely high. Leaf Hospital saved my life, and that's my story. Back in October of 2020, through a friend, I was introduced to a lady that lived in the Ukraine. Her name is Lena. Lena has a daughter, she's in her mid-20s now, that at the time was suffering from an acute case of leukemia. Now Lena had limited financial means to take care of her daughter's health. As a result of that, in desperation, she looked around the world to find solutions for treatment for her daughter. She looked all over the world. She looked in places like Israel, Greece, United States, Germany, Turkey. Options in Ukraine were limited, even though they were more affordable, but the quality of care was fairly poor. So after careful research, she found Leaf Hospital here in Istanbul and decided to send her daughter here for treatment, and which turned out to be a very good decision. I personally met her daughter late last year. She's a vibrant young lady, perfect health, beautiful hair, nice big smile. She's completely been restored to perfect health through treatment of Leaf Hospital. I was fortunate enough to get to know Lena and was referred by Lena to Leaf Hospital after I was diagnosed with squamous cell carcinoma, cancer in my throat. In the Ukraine, met the contact person for Leaf Hospital at the local office in Dnipropetrovsk last year. Her name is Marina. Marina was very helpful in establishing a connection between me and Leaf Hospital for my treatment. Arrangements were made for me to come to Istanbul for my treatment late in the year 2020. I arrived here in mid-December of 2020, and after 2 weeks of evaluation, treatment was determined and began immediately. It consisted of 35 radiotherapy treatments as well as 2 chemotherapy treatments. I have to say my experience in the whole process was extremely positive. I have to compliment Leaf Hospital on their program they have in place to treat patients from out of the country. Their international patient program is fantastic. After arriving here at the airport, I was picked up by a driver. I was brought to a hotel where I spent my first night. The next day I was presented with options where I can live. I was able to choose from several apartments to choose an apartment that would fit my needs. The transfer between the apartment and my treatment at the hospital, I had a driver that picked me up every day and after treatment brought me back every day. They went even as far as going grocery shopping with me. And when I arrived at the hospital every day, I had an accompanying person that speaks my language that takes me to and from treatments and around the hospital and explaining to me what happens. So the program is incredible. My experience here has been only positive. Leaf Hospital has qualified staff that is well trained with modern equipment, state-of-the-art equipment. They follow international protocol used in Western Europe and the United States. The personnel has a lot. They're very qualified. They've been trained in Western Europe, a lot of them. The quality of care is extremely high. I have just had a beautiful experience, and since my experience here, have recommended Leaf Hospital to friends and family, acquaintances over in the States, United States, regularly. Whenever I have the opportunity to recommend Leaf Hospital, I do that. That's about all I have to say. I don't. Do you have any specific questions? I'll be glad to come back here for any future treatments whenever the need arises. The cost of my treatment has been fractions of what it would have been in the United States, something that easily I was able to manage to pay personally, and I think I got a lot of bang for the buck, a lot of quality care for the money, and I would do it again over and over. I have no regrets about my decision. My treatment outcome was very positive. The cancer in my throat is gone, and I will come back for follow-up examinations for monitoring every 3 months for the time being. And I have to tell you that I feel very, very fortunate to have been introduced to Leaf Hospital. I feel, as desperate as my situation was, not being able to afford treatment in the United States, I feel so fortunate to have been able to come here. I feel Leaf Hospital saved my life. I'm free of cancer, and I'm forever thankful to Leaf Hospital. Thank you. And that's my story.
Thilo admitted to us with primary unknown head and neck cancer. We have to double check before starting. There are some nodules in the body. We just double check, and the tumor is only in the neck area. We have to treat all head and neck area. Also, we have some big lymph nodes in the neck. After the radiation with chemotherapy, the tumor has gone and nodules are clear. He is healthy. He will be better with time. We used image-guided IMRT in order to keep the surrounding tissues effectively. He generally tolerated the treatment well, which is a very difficult treatment. He is okay and going to his country. Thank you.